All right, second part of the hobby furniture came today. Here's box 1. Here's box 2 with the Thunderpaws investigation going on. This is what it's going to look like. It's from the same company that made the workbench here. So it has the same wooden top. That's primarily what's in this box. Another one of these. And it has a cabinet with wheels underneath, which will fit almost exactly in that gap over there. There's more stuff in here because we had movers yesterday. And a lot of this is going to go, well, get put away. That's a glass display cabinet. It says glass on it, just so we don't forget what it is. And I've got a retro TV for good old Super Nintendo. And a Sega Dreamcast, which I'm probably going to put on eBay. Anyhow, here we go. This will get dealt with tomorrow, most likely. Friday at the latest. Because I've got other things I'm working on right now. Walk in here. I can show you one of my big concerns. Every single green box over there is the model stash. They got to be out of here by next week. So I got to get all this stuff done. And a lot of that in these boxes over here that say hobby. Yeah, that's supplies and other things. So I got to get moving. This stuff's got to all be done by next week. Okay? And I have a G-scale train I got to figure out what to do with. I'm probably going to go on eBay too. And just for you guys, Ricky Jones Space Ranger. This is a big box because it's a big chunk of resin. I'll do an outbox review of that pretty soon. Alright everyone, we are putting the cabinet together. You saw the box in the other video. It seems to be going together pretty good. The instructions on this thing are very well written. Let's come over here and take a look. It says a magnetic tip screwdriver's included. They did include it. If you're going to use a power screwdriver, keep the torque low. I haven't felt the need for a power screwdriver so far. Most of these furniture assemblies are wood, and you feel the need there because after you screw in 3 of those cam lock bolts, you want a power screwdriver. But all these are machine parts. They're all metal on metal. It's not a big deal. The steps are laid out very well. It gives notes on warnings on this can go bad, do this first, do that. Directions are very well written. Everything's numbered in bags very well. You get a bag of spare bolts, by the way. And you can see them. They're numbered. It provides this for a wrench. I will admit I'm not using it. I'm using a good old socket set. It's metric, so you guys know that. If you ever buy one of these things, that's a metric wrench. Okay. Just so you know, we're on step 4. That was step 4 is done. I'm on step 5 now. It's going really quick. This is fun to put together. It's like a big erector set model. Okay. This side is for drawers. I'm about to do the small drawer bank, which is those 2 over there, and get that other side on. And again, it's going really quick. Okay. So I'll come back and give you guys an update. The only thing is, it's very heavy furniture, and it took 3 of us to carry this thing up the stairs. Okay? So, when I move, I really feel sorry for the movers trying to get this thing back down the stairs. They're going to be tempted to take it apart. And then when they look at it, they're going to be like, we can't take it apart. So this might end up being stuck up here. We will see. I'll be back in a bit. I have found 2 hiccups so far. One, if you align the front of this thing with the top, the back isn't aligned. So I just kind of centered it. Second hiccup, that means the tolerance on the top is off a teeny bit. Second hiccup, and you hear me squeezing in here. The directions don't mention it, but there's a reason why there's a huge bag of those screws. In order to attach these pieces, there's an attachment point behind each drawer runner, okay? The provided screwdriver is kind of weak, and I'm tearing up the tip of it because I have to tighten these screws down pretty tight. I've already done this one. This one's in there. It's not going anywhere, but I haven't done the center one, as you can tell. Just letting you guys know that's a hiccup in the directions. It doesn't mention that you have to pull the drawers out like that and put a screw in them. And the kit provided screwdriver is a teeny bit weak. So again, I went and got a good one. Alright, back in a bit. My helper Thunderpaws is here. He decided to come investigate. Now, I was wrong about a couple of things. One, you do have to put all 8 screws in that side. I'm pretty sure of that. All the holes line up beautifully. On this side, they don't, so I didn't really need to put the 8 screws on this side. I put some of them. One of them got torn up pretty bad. You have to crank them down really tight because holes don't line up quite right on this side, or the drawers won't open and close properly. All right, I'm at the bottom. I'll get the bottom and put it on. I'll get in here flipping this baby over. Be back in a bit. Okay, the bottom went on this with just a little bit of fudging, but not much. I'm about to put the wheels on. 2 fixed position wheels, 2 pivoting wheels with brakes. This thing was not intended for the use I'm putting it to. It's a garage cart holding tools and all sorts of stuff. It's going in a hobby room. The wheels are going to be kind of silly on carpet, but you know, we're good. Let me get the wheels on. But so far, the only trouble I've had is misreading the directions. I went back and reread them. Yeah, you're supposed to put the 8 screws in the one spot and not the other. So, I'll be back in a bit. Well, it's in position. I'm going to have to pull it out one more time because that phone's plugged in behind it, and I want to put a power strip back there and snake the power strip out to that end. There you go. It lines up really nicely with that worktop. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the handles on the end of it. The handles that come with it are over here. Yeah, there's a big mess in here. Somewhere. It's called a hobby room. Ooh, we also found that in storage somewhere. Can't say I'm sad to find that. That's what we need to brighten up a hobby room, right? Here's the handles that come with it. Now, as you can tell, the handle on this end isn't going to really impact anything because I can slide. Yeah, that's not going to impact anything. But I think I'm going to skip the handles. I'm going to put the handles and the bolts that go with them aside and put them in storage just because, along with the directions, I'm not going to need the handles. And the pegboard on the ends, well, this pegboard on this end is never going to get used. This pegboard on this end might, but doubtful. Okay? Well, I got her in there. Now I got to start making drawers and do the inside of that for the cabinet. There's a door that goes on here. You can see the magnetic latches for it. And the shelving unit that goes in there. So, the fun is ahead of me. Picking that thing up by myself was interesting, to say the least. But I flipped that thing over by myself. Solid steel with a maple top. Does that say solid hardwood top? This one said it was maple. Most likely this one's maple too. It's a nice looking top. Let's just hope I don't beat it up with all the model building. Alright, let me get at it. Oh, one last thing. Every model room needs a good sound system. Don't know what I have for speakers just yet because, well, we got a home theater room going and it has priority on speakers, but we'll get whatever's left over and hook them up to this guy. I've had this one for years upon years. Yamaha makes a good thing. Talk to you later. Alright, everyone. All I got left are the drawers. The door for this went on really nice. Fingerprint experts right there could get rid of that. I had to get some help with that. The lovely wife came in and helped me for a little bit. But it went on really nice. It opens and closes beautifully. Big piano hinge on the side of it, which is nice. There's 8 little drawers, 1 big and 3 medium. There's the 8 little drawers with their fronts. Notice the dotted lines on the edges. It's like bending photo etch. Here's the big drawer. Notice the dotted lines on the edges. Bending photo etch. And the medium drawer, same thing. Okay? The directions give me a note saying these are the updated, this is the updated model. The old model had individual side pieces you had to put together. By bending the pieces, they go together quicker. That's what they said. I believe it will go together quicker because it's one piece that you bend and then you put some screws in it and you're done. It's going to go together fairly quickly, I suspect. Another nice touch is they give me the drawer liners. These came pre-cut, sized for those drawers. So, I put the drawers together, I put those in there, I got drawer liners for my tools. And you guys can recognize this old guy. He's my power supply that I've been using for 4 or 5 years now. I don't know, I just like the 50s or 60s feel to that thing. Makes me feel like I'm in one of those old science fiction movies. Okay, there's my brass tubing supplies, and this is probably the space shuttle model. Oh, and there is something else that looks like the wings of a TIE fighter. Speaking of TIE fighters, Bandai has set a release date for the 172nd TIE fighter, and R2-D2 and R2-D5 or something like that. I'm not sure. Someone's going to correct me in the comments. And the ATST, the 1/48 scale ATST. I think that one comes out in March. The TIE Fighter and the droids come out in February. So they're coming quick. Of course, when I get them, I'm going to put a review up to let you guys see what's in those boxes. Alright, you can look around the room and just see the mess I got to deal with. And I showed you the other day the other mess I had to deal with. So let me get working. This isn't going to get itself done. But once this cabinet is done, I can start unloading those smaller toolboxes and finding homes for them. So I'll be back in a while. Alright everyone, I got 1/3 of the drawers done on this cart at this point in time. I'm going to tell you, this was not the best part of building this thing. I figured it wasn't. First, there's 3 screws that go across the bottom and the back, and I forgot them until I had put most of the drawers together. Second, that one they stick a little bit when you first pull them out. I can kind of see why. You're moving this thing around, you don't want those drawers just popping open. So, I can't really complain about them. They all fit in there fairly well, and they all look good, except for we're going to get fingerprints all over everything. Stainless steel, that's the way it is. I still have 8 more drawers to go. Yeah, fun for me. But they look good. And I got far more storage in drawers than I had before. And if I'd gone and bought wood cabinets, I would have I probably would have less storage actually. Because these little drawers over here are going to be good for decal film and all sorts of stuff along those lines. Alright, I'll be back in a little while. Alright everyone, we have the tool cart done. Okay? The tool drawers have their liner in them. I just realized that one, yeah, it's closing right. I didn't check that top drawer to see if it's closing right. We've got 8 little drawers, 3 medium, and 1 large drawer. And a cabinet with a shelf. I'm about to push it up in the corner where it belongs over here, so I can start working on getting this mess straightened up. Because I got a mess in here. Boy, do I. So I'm trying to think what to say about this cart. Well, I can say this. Here, let me turn the camera so you guys can see me. Okay, yeah. Little girl got hold of me with some blue hair makeup. Anyhow, hey, you got little girls. This happens. It's just what it is. Either it happens or you disappoint them. So I let her do it. Getting into this. This cart was expensive. I think some of you could tell that by looking at it. It was $400. I'm going to start that over because Nellie won't like that. Alright everyone. Yes, there's blue stripes in my hair. Little girl had blue hair makeup and wanted to hit my hair, so I let her. Now, cart is done. I'm going to show it to you in a second. So, here we go. It's not in its corner. It's going to go in that corner over there, and it fits up perfectly. Same height as that one. I left the styrofoam foam pad out because I was working on it with these metal drawers, and I didn't really want to scratch up the top heavily with these metal drawers. So I use this to protect the top, and I might just keep that pad around because it's the exact same size as the top. If I'm ever doing anything crazy, I can. Now, let's talk about this. I went this route because we were thinking about putting custom cabinets in here. You get a custom cabinet along this entire wall, all the way down to where the spray booth is, including where the spray booth is. That was $3,000. To do the do-it-yourself cabinets, that was going to be $1,000 easily. Now this cart is 72 inches long. I could have done two 36-inch cabinets at about $130 each. I wouldn't have all the drawer space, and I wouldn't have a countertop. The countertop was another $150. So that's $260, $360, $410. That's $410 just to do the do-it-yourself cabinets unstained. This cart was cheaper than that. So I don't feel bad in buying this. This was the cheapest route for this room to give me some good tool storage. Okay? And it's got some good tool storage, as you guys can see. I'll be able to store most everything in there. And I should be able to put quite a bit of stuff in there too. The shelf is adjustable. I can put the shelf up higher or lower as needed. So I should be able to store quite a bit in this cart. And once I get things stored, I'll come back and show you guys how that works. Okay? And I got a lot of work to do. You're going to see it over the next week or two, getting this room straightened up. Where am I going to put that thing too, that beast of a unit? One thing I did found in unpacking, see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen the Thunder approved Star Trek rug. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Thunder thinks that's his napping place, along with the Spider-Man thing. It says CD player on there. This is a CD player I had in college. A Discman. This is one of the first portable CD players. I'm going to plug it in a little bit and see if it works, and plug it into that Yamaha amp, and then I've got a way of playing music in here. All right, we'll be back in a bit.